Hi, my name is Shane. Thanks for hanging out today. In these next few videos, I'm going to help you pick the ultimate side snare drum. The side snare I'm using today is the one that people usually go to first, and that is the small metal drum tuned pretty high. I have a Perl Firecracker. It's made out of steel, 12 inches in diameter and 5 inches deep. This matches up the best when you're using a wooden snare drum, and I have this one tuned medium to medium low, so you want a big contrast. You want a high side snare and a low to medium low main snare. In this case, I'm using a maple drum, and it's dampened with a ring, 0 ring, and the side snare is just wide open and really ringy. So you want definitely a lot of contrast between the two. So I'm going to play a little bit, then I'm going to show you a few things you can do to get some cool sounds out of the side snare. Then I have a loop I will play to at the end, and you can see how it all comes together. So when you're playing with a side snare drum, you don't want to use it too much. It kind of loses its novelty. You want to pick and choose your spots. When you have a small drum like this, one of the things you can do if you're playing like a pop song or a rock song that has a breakdown, a lot of tunes have like a lo-fi section where they maybe go to an electronic snare in the recording. You can emulate that with this drum. So if you're playing like a big rock beat, then you go to a kind of a lighter backbeat here, kind of emulates a breakdown section. So that might sound like this. Another thing you can do with a small metal drum is turn off the snares and use it for a timbale-like sound. So if you're playing some reggae tunes or some funk with a timbale fill, you can get a good sound out of that. So check this out. And you'll have to forgive my reggae playing. That's not a type of music that I'm really strong in, but you can hear the the kind of sounds that you can get there. Another thing you can also do is put stuff on the drum. So I have a Meinl ching ring. So let's hear how that sounds. Another thing you can try is a small splash cymbal. You can actually play right on the cymbal. You get like a cool industrial kind of sound. Check this out. Kind of acts like a gate, opens and closes. And you can also play on the drum when the cymbal's also on the drum. Get a little bit of a cymbal sound, but it's mostly just dead. So let's check that out. Something else you can do when the drum is open is play like a James Brown kind of funk with a lot of ghost strokes in there. This small drum works really well for that. Something like this. Remember, when you're trying to incorporate ideas like that, don't overdo it. A little bit goes a long way with a drum like this, kind of like spices in your food. You know, it's nice, it sounds cool, but if you do it all the time, you're just going to way overwhelm people. So what I'm going to do now is play along to a loop. It is my favorite bass loop by the great German bass player Frank Itt, and I've got it set up so that I can play one pass on the main snare, then one pass on the side snare, then another one going back and forth between the two, and I'll do like a train beat over here, and we'll see what kind of sounds we can get, and you'll see how it all comes together. So check it out. So there you have the small metal side snare tuned high, and that is in conjunction with a wooden regular size snare drum, and that is tuned low to medium low. So this is a really good combination. It's one of the first ones that people go to simply because side snares like this are readily available. A bunch of different companies have them. You don't have to go with a 12. You can, 13 or even a regular size 14 will work. You want to make sure it is shallow and crank it up really high. Once again, I'm Shane. Thanks for hanging out. Check out the next video, and I'll have another combination of snare drums. This might work for you. That might work for you, something in the future. But make sure you stay tuned for more videos just like this one. Take care.